Stop. I don't want to be recorded right now.
You're reviewing our secret special decoder wheel that you saw in the previous episode.
Dear listeners, here's how you do it. And I already have a frustration before I've literally even started. The first instruction in this book is start by writing out your message on a scrap piece of paper. Let's discuss for a second. Write it out on a scrap piece of paper so that like the FBI can find your secret words. Like, what are you gonna do when you like, okay, I've already got it written out, now let me use the secret decoder pen to figure out what the message says and then like shred the document? Also, that means that you literally wrote it out twice. So like, I've already written it out, now let me decode it myself so that you can uncode it back. It's a 3-step process. For any numbers, make sure you spell out the number. So, I'm really gonna hate writing like 0. Because you can't just write a number 0, you have to like Z-E-R-O it.
Well, that one's easy. Think about 17.
Oh my God, 1776, and I want to talk about the establishment of America. Not a good use for this decoder pin. In the below area, draw dashes for each letter. I'm not really sure why. Draw dashes for each letter in your message. So does that mean like, if I want to write an S, I have to write 22 dashes? This isn't very, this isn't a well-descripted instruction sheet. Leave enough space above and below the dashes to be able to write out the letters for the code below. See, that's good looking out for your person who's going to eventually decode this message because you're leaving enough space for them to fill it in. It's just courtesy when you're a spy. It's like spy code. Spin the top wheel to reveal a number. Here's my issue with that. The top wheel and the third wheel are not actually connected. Only the middle row and the third row are. So
I see.
I don't quite get this either. It says example A 22, but A could be on 22, B could be on 22 because 22 just has to be above S in the green. It doesn't actually require anything for that black portion of the decoder wheel.
So, for example, X would be 1, or 1 would be X, is that correct?
So I think it's actually asking for this top portion.
No, because...
I agree, that's why I'm saying I don't understand. Because it says spin the top wheel.
Right, this is the top wheel.
I'm thinking that's the bottom wheel.
No, like if it was like a cake.
Guys, if I'm not smart enough for this, I can't even imagine what you, dear listener, will be going through because I'm a fucking genius.
Obviously,
so
right?
Okay, now that I get this, we are going to then spin the outer ring. So apparently...
Wait, can we pause for a minute? I have been resting my hand in my muffin.
Like elbow in your muffin or like hand?
Not my elbow. I was like, I was just like holding the phone.
So your sweet little muffin is like a little hand rest.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got muffins.
And it's very soft and moist, and I'm like, why is my hand wet?
So how long was your hand in a muffin before you realized it was in a muffin?
I'm not really sure.
All right, should we get back to this for the sake of the...
Wait, should we give Perkins a shout out?
Shout out to Perkins. They do not sponsor us, but we would accept it. And we do have a Patreon page. It is the Leftovers Podcast, and we're not making it, guys.
Check out this delicious, moist muffin.
So let me get back to this decoder wheel. We're then going to spin the outer ring so the letter that is on the out wheel lining up with the inner letter is a letter in your message. Put
All right.
I know. I can already tell you. These directions are real fuckety.
I need you to, is fuckety a word?
It is today.
I need you to start all over again. I wasn't listening.
Okay, cool. I got this. So we now understand like what the outer and the bottom layer and the top layer and stuff are, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we've already spun the top wheel to reveal a number, and we got to the green to get the letter. Then we're going to spin the outer ring so the letter that is in the out wheel lining up with the inner wheel is a letter in your message. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, so if, let's say, what number are you on right now?
17.
Which is what letter in green?
N.
So line N up with N.
It's kind of hard to do one-handed, folks. Definitely for people with two hands.
You have two hands, asshole.
I know, I meant like people should probably have two hands.
So is that a design flaw?
Yes.
I really, when I'm getting my decoder wheel, I usually hope that the person who I'm sending the message to has both of their hands.
Correct.
This isn't happening.
It probably should have been written on the box, but you know.
Right. Equal rights and shit.
Okay.
Okay, so we've spun that.
So 17 is lined up with N, which is lined up with N.
I think. I don't know why that's relevant. Put the code number at the top of your page with the secret message. Write out your coded message with letters on the inner wheel that line up to the correct letters. Oh. I don't get it. I don't know. I quit.
How old are you?
I'm 12 and a half. It's just not doable, audience. I would like to also add into my review that the decoder wheel, well, was a good thought, was not well delivered. And by that I mean the instructions.
And actually it hasn't delivered and can't deliver because we can't figure it out.
Right. I feel really failed.
As a spy, this is shit. So let's rewind a little bit, folks, and go back to our secret spy kit. I want to remind you what came in it. We had the don't be fooled. It's not a folder. It's a book.
Yeah, not a good feature.
So that failed on in our.
It also provided the shitty
list.
instructions that we could not figure out.
Yeah, shitty instructions. And then we had the decoder, which, well, we just showed you, and that was shitty. We couldn't figure it out. And I already disproved that red magnifying glass really helped you do anything.
And it's not really used in the spy world. I've been in it for a while, and I have never once used one of those red eye things.
Yeah, and while we're taking a closer look on this box, right underneath the red magnifying thing, right below the word secret reveal wand.
That's the red eye. Reveal wand.
Right. It looks to be like pills lying on a plate with a fingerprint.
So you were expecting real CIA. We were expecting the drugs and all that we could investigate. And we
needed to test those out.
Like DEA agents and fucking just break into a house and...
That was not my point.
It came with a little test tube and you put the meth in and if it turned blue...
You are going way out of the world here with this explanation. No, I was thinking this was at 5 and below and being sold to kids. Look, 6 and older, but they're advertising it with pills on the box.
But how old are we? So
I mean, we're old.
Here's the idea I'm pitching.
But I don't want to give this to my kid with, you know, like
so here's the idea I'm
pills
pitching.
in the box.
They start putting this as an 18+ product. Would you be more or less happy with said product if it said 18+?
I would still wouldn't be happy with this product. It's shit.
Hey,
did that answer the question?
In the product's defense, this pen right here is potentially locking somebody up. We have a possible death note in this notebook right here. I have it, and
look at how pretty it is, folks.
With the power of this light wand, we can decode the message, which tells who the killer likely on a list of 3 would be. It's important.
Do you guys out there think you know? Put down in the comments.
Why would they know?
I don't know.
Well, how would they even know who to guess? If you want to learn to be a real spy, we already have our first challenge for you. And it is to sleuth out who is on Andrea's top 3 list of who she would be killed by. Put a comment below if you think you know who it is or you want to make a guess. And if you win, it'll be good.
Oh, wait, does Andrea die in this?
No, not no,
so how do they win?
They just want to figure out who
is on the list.
And if they figure out, like the list itself, they win a prize. Said prize is to be determined in a later episode. So subscribe.
How about for this one? Because it is
they win the whole
hard work.
Kit. You get the whole kit and caboodle. The whole $5 kit. If you can write out those 3 potential.
How about we send them some leftovers podcast merchandise?
Oh yeah, we'll get you a shirt or a pin, whatever it is that you want with like our faces on it. We can make that happen for you. So figure out that list. Let us know if you have any theories. Maybe you could start a Reddit feed regarding your findings on who potentially is killing Andrea, and it'll be real.
I would like to point out, hopefully not killing Andrea.
Well, but if she were to be dead, who said killer would have been? Yeah. So Cheers. Stay fancy and eat some leftovers. Bye.